Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, Lagos holds 2022 National Women Conference, Governor Sanwo-Olu commissions 150 classroom blocks virtually, and Lagos Home Stakeholders Forum Ibeshe is held. The Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike, has endorsed Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for a second term in the Lagos governorship race. Governor Wike announced this support for the Lagos State Governor at the 2022 National Women Conference, applauding his developmental goals in the state.
Women in Lagos State converge on Eco Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, for the 2022 National Women's Conference organized by the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, CALSO. Special guest of honor is the River State Governor, Nyesom Wike, who makes his way to the auditorium with the host governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, alongside former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Ebijoke Sanwo-Olu, APC National Women Leader, Betta Edu, amongst others.
Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, and the special guest of honor for this opening ceremony, the Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Nyesom Wike, CON.
The conference provides an opportunity for women to contribute to the political and socio-economic growth of Lagos.
The rationale behind this year's theme is that after awakening from last year, an interrogation of our next phase is necessary for evaluation and consolidation. An awakening implies enlightenment, vision, or direction, but we must not move from vision to visibility and then we shall now move from vision to visibility and then integrity test. The slogan, "No woman," is no truer in these times than any other, as the world is almost gender blind to solution providers. The world is indeed in need of solutions, and as women, we owe it to ourselves to emerge into better versions of ourselves as we spring forth and keep pushing forward to make a positive difference.
These thoughts are shared by Governor Wike, who believes women must be part of the decision-making process and supports CALSO's support for women with 300 million naira.
Empirical evidence across the world has shown that countries are more secure, peaceful, and prosperous when women are educated and provided with equal opportunities to participate in every sphere of public life, including business, politics, and governance. Let me say this, and I want you to share this experience. This can only happen with strong leadership. If you have a strong leadership that you have in Lagos, where you have allowed your women to participate in governance, where you have allowed your women to participate in inheritance, where you have allowed your women to participate in business, and that is why Lagos is doing better than any state in this country. So on behalf of the women of Rivers State, my dear wife, who has extended her greetings to Her Excellency, your wife, and all the wives of governors and the wife of deputy governor that are here, will support this so you can continue with the laudable project with a sum of 300 million.
No one expected this next move from a member of the opposition, as Governor Wike endorses the APC governorship candidate in Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, for a second term in office.
Your Excellency, my dear brother, my friend, who will be a second-time governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. For me, if you're in my party and you're not doing well, you won't see me. If you're not in my party and you're doing well, you will see me. And that is what I stand for. And I will not regret to say that I'm in support of you.
As he dey pain them, he dey see with us. As he dey see with us, he go dey pay. Hey, yeah, yeah. As he dey pain them, he dey see with us. As we get there, yeah, he go bury them. As he dey pain them, he dey see with us. As he dey rain with us, he dey pay. Oh, yeah, say, as he dey pain them.
For Governor Sanwo-Olu, the 22nd edition of the conference is a clarion call for women to offer suggestions on issues of national development.
We want you to break new barriers. We want you to push your frontiers. We want you to set new heights and new targets for yourself. We want you to set new targets for yourselves. And we believe that indeed you can achieve these things. Apart from the opportunity created by this platform for women across our nation to network, gain and share experiences and knowledge, while also preferring solutions to issues that concerns women development, to issues that concerns national development, to issues that concerns community development. Particularly this conference, we believe, will create that vision and that genuine concerns for which all of us will be able to tap from. Don't let them deceive you. Go to each of your polling booths. Organize yourself as you do. Identify yourselves as you do, and make sure that each one of you can indeed have 15, 20 people that you know are following you to ensure that in the next year's election, not only do you re-elect the All Progressive Congress, not only do you elect your brother, your friend, your supporter, your governor, but indeed you elect that which we are asking for, the presidency, which will change the dynamics, which will change the front line of our country, which will change the belief of this nation, which will set a new course for this nation, which will bring about a new birth for women, which will give you greater opportunity that you are asking for.
Wife of the President, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, makes a special appearance virtually. She charges women to participate in the 2023 general elections and elect leaders that will make Nigeria better.
Women need to unite and shine, more especially during this political dispensation. As women, we need to prove our worth and capacity to lead. We should study life generally and strategize more to show Nigeria and Nigerians that women have the capacity to participate in politics and elect our leaders for greater development. However, we can only raise our voices by making sure that we all register and possess our voters' cards. Our cards are our voice to leadership in Nigeria. While I thank our men, especially the Lagos State officials for supporting women, I equally encourage our women under this platform to mobilize and strategize more for greater participation in governance and the economy.
I present to you the 2022 Inspirational Woman of the Year.
Council's 2022 Inspiration Women Recognition Award goes to Adenike Oyetunde Lawal, a lawyer and a qualified alternate dispute resolutor.
At this point in time, before we go ahead,
Day 2 of the event kicks off with a charge by the wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Ebijoke Sanwo-Olu, encouraging women to be forward-thinking and always have each other's backs.
From now onwards, our women in Nigeria must be forward-thinking and stop pulling ourselves down. Stop backbiting. Let's move forward. While we are wasting time backbiting, fighting, gossiping, other countries are moving forward. Other countries are moving forward. We are black people. We need to be forward-thinking people. That is what we need to do now. And stop wasting our time. gossiping. It's a collective work. It's teamwork at Jumosheni. The governor and the deputy governor cannot do it alone. We need the legislative, the judiciary, the executive arm to do this. We need our women to be constructive and forward-thinking people.
The Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Kadri Hamzat, chose to speak to women about politics, and he believes that in moving the country forward, the people must vote correctly.
No woman, no nation. So, what then that means is that if we want to build that nation, we must go out, pull our husbands, our cousins, our children to go and vote for Tinubu. Let's go out there and vote for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I will tell you why. We said we are a nation of history. Part of our problem as a nation is that we have forgotten our history. Is that we have westernized ourselves. Is that we have broken our developmental trend. How do we bring it back? So we must bring it back by allowing people who have precedents to do the work. It's as simple as that.
For over 40 years, CULSO has been supporting women to excel in various fields, and adequate preparations have been made to ensure that more plenary sessions are held this year to extensively deliberate on the highlighted topics and associated issues.
Education in Lagos witnessed another remarkable moment of infrastructure expansion with the addition of newly built 150 blocks of classrooms and 1,386-bed hostels to 15 existing schools across the 6 education districts in the state. Now, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu unveiled the school project virtually at Marquee Hall in Agedengbe, Alausa in Ikeja, which, according to him, was conducted in that format in order not to disrupt academic activities at the schools.
The reward for hard work.
The Marquee Hall, Alausa, Ikeja, is occupied by Lagos State government officials, public school students, traditional rulers, and other stakeholders for a virtual commissioning of public schools. The venue comes alive with the arrival of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, knowing that he is here for another remarkable event organized by the Special Committee on Rehabilitation of Public Schools. In the last 3 years, the Lagos State government has been renovating school infrastructure to reduce classroom deficit.
This is another step in this remarkable journey of transformation of schools in Lagos State. We can see from the brochure given us by Scripps that we have Scripps alone has handled over 1,047 new classrooms, whereas the other agencies too have handled a number ranging from SUBEB to LASIAMA to the Ministry of Education in itself, totaling well over 1,500 classrooms by all the bodies that manage schools in Lagos State. So this is a wonderful journey, and more importantly, the journey has not ended, the journey continues. There's still a lot to be done, but so much has been done, is quite unprecedented, for which we have to thank our governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, who is, I'm sure, who people think is partial to us, or we think he is partial to us, partial to the education sector, ensuring that we just keep on going up. And of course, we continue to integrate with technology, ensuring that we are with it, so that our students can deploy the incredible power of technology to learn. We've just brought in about 18,000 new devices that we are going to give out to our SS3 students within the next few weeks.
We have a special furniture for our schools. The furniture here it's quite interesting because while we are trying to finalize the design of the furniture, I know Mr. Governor had his contribution in it. So when we did the furniture, we realized that we needed to ensure that students sit properly. We've seen the furniture that have been done in the past. We've seen a situation where we have lockers under the desk. And if you sit with that, you see that it's not so comfortable. We decided to redesign the furniture to ensure that the the lockers are now under the seats. So you can actually sit down and tuck yourself in so you are free of back pains. Mr. Governor specifically looked at this design and he commissioned and signed off on it and even wanted to have colors in some of these furniture. Please, I don't know for Mr. Governor, sir. I recall our discussion that day and that night when you say, look at this, look at that, I hope they are going to be durable. And in addition to this, we didn't just use wood. We decided to use steel, and we have 1x2 pipes, which are well bended, and that's why we ensure durability. And having that durability, we also ensure that what are we going to put on top? Like the vanity cover, the tops, the seats, we had HDF boards, which I think is about the strongest we can get. There has been some critics about that, thinking that why don't we use hardwood? But we know the problem we have with hardwood. Availability, kiln drying. How many kiln drying machines do we have here? We had nothing at all. So what we have is what we are going to use. And we use that, and today we are having deliveries. Today, I can say, we have ordered, Mr. Governor has signed off and ordered, over 181,000 furnitures in schools in Lagos State. That translates to sitting over 360 students in Lagos State. Mr. Governor has delivered furniture for 2 students per day, sir. Thank you very much.
Representatives of some of the schools rehabilitated applaud the state government's passion for the education sector.
We are grateful to His Excellency for the projects that he has done. Let me quickly say this. This picture that we are looking at did not explain this project except when you are there. And there is another outstanding feature about this project. The projects are started and they are all completed in record time with all facilities put in place. His Excellency, sir, we are very, very grateful. The parents are very happy. The children, they are very, very happy. And the teachers, we are full of praises for you. Sir, we will not keep quiet. We will continue to talk about this. Because with this that you have done, you have actually put Lagos State in lead in Africa.
They made fit to record this huge success in the education industry because you believe our future, our students, our youth is very paramount. You are a touchy leader, a worthy leader, an exemplary leader. We will continue to appreciate you, and we believe that God Almighty will give you the grace to do more.
Governor Sanwo-Olu says his focus is predicated on complementary interventions in provision of physical infrastructure, technology, capacity building for teachers, students' welfare, and reduction of children out of school.
Investing in education is one of the most important investments any society or any government that known is worth can make to secure the future and the future of the leaders that we all see at the back of the road today. We decided to leverage technology and to bring as many as possible people to accompany us on this simple objective. I have no doubt that you, the people of Lagos State, will be proud to see what we've done in terms of the infrastructure that we're revolutionizing in all of our public schools. I can tell you that the staff, the principals and teachers in all of our schools are also beneficiaries of all of our interventions. This is only the intervention from script. Subeb is intervening. Lasiamia is doing extensive rehabilitation as well. And of course, there's a small component that the Ministry of Education themselves are also embarking upon. And all of them are working collaboratively. The whole idea is for us to ramp up very quickly and fast and be able to, pass on this infrastructure to the students. And so to the schools that are benefited, I ask you to use these facilities and to protect them jealously and use them responsibly. Shun all form of vandalism or carelessness and treat this building as public goods that must be maintained for future generations. Our project dashboard from script shows that we have delivered over 1,000 new classrooms I think script deserve a round of applause. Over 1,000 new classrooms. It's a lot. They've delivered close to 181,000 pieces of dual composite furniture, meaning that the furniture that can take over 362,000 students at once. They've built and they've handed over, or we're handing over, 1,592 new hostel beds in some of our model colleges.
Aromi Ilogo Junior Grammar School in Badagry. Okay?
He runs off the event with the unveiling of new infrastructure projects in 15 junior and secondary schools across all the 6 education districts in Lagos State.
And finally on the program, let's talk the housing sector. Now, the Lagos State government has asked allottees of Ibeshe Housing Estate in Ikorodu to make their insurance payment promptly. This is according to the General Manager of the State Mortgage Board, Bayowa Forsyth, who was speaking during the Stakeholders Forum on Maintenance and Safety. Take a look.
To the glory of the Almighty God, hereby formally also...
In November 2021, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu commissioned the Ibeshe Lagos Home Scheme in the Ikorodu area of the state.
Housing Estate, Ibeshe, Lagos. Thank you very much.
11 months down the line, the scheme is already occupied by successful applicants. In its usual practice, the Lagos State Mortgage Board holds a stakeholders forum with homeowners on maintenance and safety. The first issue discusses prompt payment of insurance, keeping the environment clean, and fire safety drill.
It is important for you as a owner to ensure that you continually pay your insurance premium. Take, for example, on a block of building, you have 8 flat owner, and only 2 people pay for their insurance, and there is a fire, and the whole building got burnt, and everything has to be pulled down. What happened to the other 2? Or the other 37? Peradventure, the other 7 are on the last floor, and the man at the basement or the ground floor did not pay anything. What happened? Will you be able to build something on nothing if you don't have a structure at the basement? Will you be able to have something at the top? No. So it is important. Don't say because maybe some of us may say, I won't even live in that apartment. Maybe I want to rent it out. You are renting it out. Yeah, the fact that you rent it out does not mean that you must not provide insurance. You must not pay for the insurance. So the essence of our engagement this morning is to fine, you have gotten the building, you have gotten your apartment, that you must ensure that you continue to pay your insurance, because your own negligence for not paying may have a negative impact to somebody paid.
We are all aware that the carbon dioxide which we breathe out, which is a greenhouse gas, once it gets to the environment, it pollutes the environment. But trees that you plant absorb this carbon dioxide, and they give us fresh air, which is oxygen, that we need for a good health.
If you have a child or children at home, don't allow them to be playing with matches. That thing can kill. And if you have the one that is still below 18 years, monitor them while in the kitchen. Please don't go to kitchen with agbada. I'm serious. Because you know when that thing will carry fire. So that's why you have to be very, very smart when you are doing what? You are moving to the kitchen.
Some residents aired their concerns about some burning issues affecting the estates.
The plumberings in the house, most of the fittings there are terrible by the time we're moving. Are the insurance not supposed to cover for that as well?
You have made a lot of points concerning the water dropping from a particular flat. I'm one of the interims. I think we have a lot of cases like that, even in my own apartment. We have a lot of people that owns an apartment here that they've not even showed up, and there are a lot of issues that we are facing in the estate.
The General Manager of the State Mortgage Board, Bayowa Forsyth, who oversees the state ownership scheme, says the project is part of the state government's effort to reduce housing deficits.
We have a deficit of 4 million. We have to build probably a minimum of 10,000 a month, equivalent to 120,000 units a year to be able to breach that deficit. Now, if we take that deficit and we say, okay, it's not 100%, 50% of that deficit wants affordable housing. 50% of it wants social housing. 50% of that deficit wants instrumental payments. Gone are the days where someone will come up with 15 million and say he wants to buy a flat. The economic situation is so bad that most of you sitting here, if not for the kind gesture of Mr. Governor, you won't be sitting here today.
Mr. Forsyth and other stakeholders assures the allotees of resolving the issues raised.
We have listened to the allotees, what the issues are, and we made very, very sacrosanct the fact that repayments had to be made as at when due, because what it is that repayments that they're making goes into a dedicated account for government to build more units. You have asked that question, where are we building as well? We're going into Agbowa very soon. It has even it's completed. We have 660 units there awaiting commissioning for Lagos residents to inhabit. At the same time, we have another 420 coming in Ajara, Badagry. We have 252 units in Idale, in Badagry. We have Shongutedo that Governor commissioned sometime last year, but obviously we have actually populated it. That has 774. We're going into the phase 2 of it. So Mr. Governor, Mr. Tokandu is doing everything to reduce the housing deficit.
One of the major challenges and the problem of government facilities is maintenance. One of the major things that people say after putting up a very energetic, a very strong project is the question is, can they actually maintain it or sustain it? This type of stakeholder is a right move in right direction to make sure that our facilities are well maintained, and we hear directly from us' mouth on what can be done to even improve on others to be done. I'm sure that with what the GM has said here today, what will be coming out of mortgage home in the nearest future will be better what we have presently.
So far, about 15 housing schemes have been commissioned under the administration of Governor Sanwo-Olu, and the government promised to do more for the people.
This is where we call it today on this week's edition of the program Dateline Lagos. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayo Tunde Balogun. Until next time, please stay safe. Bye for now.